EA Sports. And we'll see the Broncos' rocket-armed quarterback after his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. He's got it to the 43 here.
But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago, 19 carries, 61 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air, or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The Broncos at 4-8 now on the year, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here, losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. Leading them out is their 6'2 quarterback who was a 4th-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Cousins. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And this is caught by Watkins.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cousins. Incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He's going to sling this deep downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Cousins.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On play action, Cousins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away. And they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive. There's a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, there wasn't much of a window there. Charles had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you use your body to create some space.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
There's a little bit of enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Turner. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
On second down, a run with Hall.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down about the 2.
They'll run with Hall.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do, like you said. Oh, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Broncos have retaken the lead. Point after, right down the middle, and the lead is now 10-7. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told, and it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. Jamin Davis there to bring him down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins over the middle. He's got Watkins. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Singletary loses it. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is the tight end fan. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. More from L.A. in a moment. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. They'll set up a throw. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty good conversion on third down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Give to Hall running right. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25.
So out come the Chargers. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Tackle made there by Chris Wormley.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Cousins now to throw on first down. That's to Cook out of the backfield. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
More from L.A. in a moment.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 33. Cousins gives way to Cook. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Here's Cook again.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
52 yards on the ground for him so far.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
On the out route, he's got Burks.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
A give running right is Hall.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flip the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Broncos 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Give them 11 on the gain there. And it'll be 1st down, Denver.
Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Complete. It's Dodson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Holding. Offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
That is taken in by the tight end Fan.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll find Hall. And all the way home for a Bronco score.
Breece Hall
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He finds his man, complete. It's McKenzie. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Again, it's Cousins. Looking deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they'll start from their own 5, so you'd have to imagine they'll stay conservative. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A first down throw for Cousins. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Throwing is Cousins. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
This defense got a nice stand from this defense now for getting right backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To the air again, it's Cousins. He's got his pass-catching tight end, that's Pitts. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, LA! Kyle Pitts, 46 yards. And the Chargers are back within a score.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
McPherson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That one complete out to Dotson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle into the hands of Burks. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. They go play action here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Hall on to give up the middle. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 2nd and 3. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Traylon Burks, an 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Traylon Burks capping things off with a touchdown catch. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins now.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the 3rd quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person who just ended up in the end zone with the football, he was the one that answered the bell.
McKenzie will not return this, so it will be brought out to the 25.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Cousins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. If we give you opportunities, he's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play call.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. That pass taken in by Burks.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They're going to try and throw.
Able to connect with Dodson.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st down, Denver.
Here's a give to Hall.
And he'll get about 5 here, so take this down inside the 20-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. We're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. First down, here's Cousins. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Here's Cousins. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see the defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. To throw, Cousins. He finds Pickens over the middle, and he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. More from L.A. in a moment. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 25.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Singletary here running out of the gun. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Broncos 16-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Cousins. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Now Hall to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
First down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going right back to Fant. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll look to throw again. Otten brings it in over the middle. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 24 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, and there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Cousins throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
It's 4th down.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. He's got a man. Complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. To throw it is Cousins. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now Cousins. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for
They take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now Cousins on 4th down. Touchdown, Chargers. Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
86 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Ball again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Chargers ready to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Cousins. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Charles, a
a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on.
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of them that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. That hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the fades. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of them that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down. She real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby. No witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton, but